Hey guys, checking back in with you. We wanted to kind of re-record this. We had some quality issues on upload, and we changed some settings on the recording. So hopefully this one will be a little bit clearer and won't be so grainy for you. Again, answering some questions about the upcoming rifle course and what gear is needed. Basically, you just need a functional rifle, preferably non-magnified red dot optic. Now, a lot of people show up with a lot of different variations of these red dot optics, and a lot of times we have issues with the zero. To an extent, guys, you get what you pay for. If you're running a Trijicon MRO, which is on that rifle, I'll show you in just a minute. This is an Aimpoint Comp M4S. These are some of the best optics you can buy. You never have to worry about them. Are they pricey? Absolutely. Are they virtually indestructible? Pretty close. The companies really stand behind them also. You don't have any problem with zeroing these and maintaining zero. Also, mounts are important. We'll probably shoot a video later concerning mounts and height as far as absolute co-witness versus lower 1/3 co-witness. There's a lot of information out there. You can Google that, search on YouTube for that also, but we'll push that out too. Again, this avenue of pushing information out is not to really compete with anybody else, but just to give you guys one more source, one more place to go to get additional information. But basically, this is just a 16-inch rifle. It happens to be a Rock River. Had a few upgrades over the years on it. Nothing fancy. You don't have to have anything crazy. Now, when we get to the class, we will talk about internals, bolt carrier groups, and why quality BCGs are so important. It's the only moving part in the rifle. And if you've got a cheap one, it may not sustain a whole day, 500-600 rounds running through it. It may not hold up, okay? So there's some things that you may want to address beforehand. Other than a rifle, you're gonna need a mag carrier, about 4 mags. This happens to be a Mako mag pouch, okay? Find them on Amazon for around 20 bucks. They are rigid. They're not like the G-Code Scorpions, which I don't have one out here now. I like the G-Code Scorpions. I happen to like these a little bit better, simply due to being able to reinsert the mag without having to pry a flexible taco type mag carrier open. So the Scorpions are great. I use Scorpions for my AK mags because they fit and they run well in it. But again, if you're just changing mags, topping off the gun, and you're trying to go back to the mag carrier with a magazine, these work really, really well. They're easy to find. I'll try and send you guys a link. Other than a rifle, sling, which is really important, mag carrier mags, 1,000 rounds of ammo is what you're gonna need. Slings, there's a ton of them out there. We run the HSP, the Haley Strategic Slings. You can take these and go from a single point configuration to a 2-point configuration. You know, if you're just gonna sling the rifle and carry it around, easily put back on your back like this. There are several companies out there that make slings like this also. We just prefer these. They're light, they're functional, they do their job, and that's just what we typically run. We do have a butt plate sling point QD mount here. A lot of people will run 2-point slings in the configuration where they're going on the stock back here. Now, a disadvantage of that is even if you run this sling all the way out, when you're doing weapon manipulations as far as reloads and things like that, you know, you've got the sling to deal with. So that's why we choose to run a single point most of the time, unless we've just got the rifle slung. Some people have asked do I need any kind of chest rig? No, you don't need a chest rig. If you have a chest rig and you want to bring it and use it, that's fine. We prefer the D3 chest rig, the micros from HSP. They're everything you need and nothing extra. They do have different chest rigs on the market too. Bring what you've got. Most people don't ever really go out and test their gear. That's another great thing about these trainings is you can test your gear. You test your rifle, you test you. You learn as much as you can about this rifle. And then also the gear that you have. I suggest bringing what you're gonna have on a daily basis. Maybe you've got a chest rig. This is just the same chest rig in another color. Here's black with the 30 caliber inserts for the AK mags, but this thing stays in the vehicle. It's nice and compact. It's easy to grab. Fits well in a backpack too. I've got a 30-liter Arc'teryx card here. You know, a 10.5-inch AR pistol with a folding stock will fit in this thing, along with this also. So anyway, just some things to think about. And you don't need all the fancy stuff like lights. This is a D-ball. It's set up for night vision. You don't need all that. You don't even have to have a light for this 2-day course. If you've got it, bring it. Low light is a whole other application that is more of an advanced application. You really need your basic rifle manipulations down, and the same goes for handgun. If you're going to work low light, you've really got to get a foundation rock solid, because when the sun goes down and the lights go out, you've really got to have your safety, your muzzle discipline, your trigger discipline, all that really rock solid. So for the 2-day class, we will not be doing any low light. So if you guys have additional questions, let us know. Hopefully that answers what what you basically need to run this class. The second thing I wanted to bring up is it's New Year's Eve today. If you're setting goals for 2020, then write them down. Okay, if maybe you have training goals, maybe you've been curious about coming to trainings anywhere as far as firearms go. There's a lot going on these days, and it's on people's mind. If you've got goals, write them down and then figure out what it's going to take to get there. A lot of times around New Year's, people set goals and they think, oh, I want to go do this, and then a few weeks into 2020, it doesn't happen. Write them down. I don't care if it's working out, I don't care if it's nutrition, I don't care if it's training, I don't care if it's learning something new. A lot of us, when we get into adulthood and we get comfortable in our jobs, we forget how powerful it is to learn. And that's what we hope to get people doing, is learning new skills. All we're doing is conveying information that we have learned in other avenues and trying to make it digestible to anybody that wants it. So that's our goal for 2020, is to bring information to you. There's a lot of avenues out there that you can pursue, a lot of great trainers that you can go train with. Learn a new skill. Guys, there's a lot of stuff out there that we can continue learning every day. If you don't have any basic medical training, go get it. Okay, there's a lot of basic medical trainings that you can go to where you're learning BCON, bleeding control, tourniquet application, things like that. If you're pursuing training in the firearms realm, the firearms industry, then you need that also, because that can possibly save a life too. So anyway, just food for thought. We're going to have more discussions on gear. Again, there's tons of information out there on the internet. You can go search it out and find it. Hopefully we can just help answer some questions if this is your first stop as far as looking for information. If somebody's referred you to us, to the website, to the Instagram, to the Facebook, then hopefully this is just a starting point for you. There's a lot of information out there. Any way we can help you weed through it and figure out what's going to be best for you, not just best for anybody out there, but best for you and your needs. That's our goal. So anyway, guys, thanks a bunch. We'll be talking to you soon later, and see you later in 2020. Thanks.